Eminem has unintentionally birthed what rap Twitter mockingly refers to as lyrical spiritual miracle rappers. A growing crop of mostly white artists who focus all their energy on rapping fast and using big words like "I'm a spiritual lyrical miracle" to the point of being exhausting and boring. Artists like Watsky, Mac Lethal, and Token have built entire...
I have never heard of any of these gentlemen that they're talking about. And let me just let it go.
Careers off this "look how fast I can rap" style of music. Rapping fast but with nothing of substance to say, smugly looking down on trap music and mumble rap, and preaching about missing real hip-hop have become staples of bad white rappers. Go on YouTube and TikTok and you'll find no shortage of Caucasian MCs who scream a fast-paced overabundance of syllables like "I'm a lyrical spiritual miracle individual in a pit bull residual minuscule swimming pool," and peppering their bars with grievances about how current stars like Future or Young Thug aren't intelligent or lyrical enough. It's not uncommon for hip-hop fans to share videos of white lyrical miracle rappers on Twitter with jokes like "Eminem will have to pay for his sins." It's a type of pretentious and needlessly combative death to mumble rap attitude that feels played out and cheesy. This type of exhausting and pretentious white rap has become so ubiquitous with hip-hop culture that it's now the target of many internet parodies, further proving how fed up the culture is with it.
I'm a spiritual lyrical individual, spiritual miracle, lyrical individual, spiritual miracle individual. Skip it and flip it and dip it, skip it and flip it and dip it, the illest, the killest, the skill of the willest. I'm the realest of the realest, I'm bringing real hip-hop back, don't you ever forget it.
The irony with these kinds of rappers is they bash trap music because it has nothing to say, but their fast-paced rapping also has nothing to say. Sure, it rhymes a lot, but...
Members of the group, Mary Corman, these gentlemen right here, please press 1 in the comment section if you ever heard of these gentlemen, because I've never heard of these gentlemen before. Ever. No, nobody's jamming them.
End of the day, anyone with the ability to talk fast and access rhymezone.com can do this. But spitting 100 syllables a second is even harder to understand than the mumble style of Lil Yachty or Playboi Carti. Eminem's reaction to this growing class of MCs has been mixed. On his 2018 track Fall from his Kamikaze album, he brags about inspiring Logic and Hopsin. He also collaborated with Logic on the 2019 Homicide, which completely embraces the grating, speedy style of lyrical miracle syllable cramming. The song becomes self-aware and goes out of its way to parody itself, ending with a sample of the now-disgraced comedian Chris D'Elia's Eminem impression that went viral on Instagram.
You use way too many napkins, papkins, napkins and chapkins. You use the chapstick and napkins while I'm papkin.
Em has also collaborated with Joyner Lucas on the Kamikaze track Lucky You, and praised him in interviews as one of his favorite rappers, even naming him among Kendrick and J. Cole as his favorite MCs. But despite his kind words for Joyner, Logic, and Hopsin, Em has also criticized some of his lyrical miracle offspring, like NF, a white rapper who briefly made waves on mainstream radio with the single Let You Down, where he sounds, well, just like Eminem. A Christian rapper who criticizes the profanity and perceived shallowness of mainstream rap, NF has touted 8 Mile as the reason he started to pick up the mic, rapping on his track, "No, I've been doing this since I was just a kid and mama bought me 8 Mile at the movie store." And you can hear the influence, but not in a good way. He's basically a copy and paste recovery era Eminem clone, but without the curse words. NF's delivery and flow sound...
See, the thing is, they can do the Eminem flow, but the thing is, the difference between them and Eminem knows how to make good songs. You understand what I'm saying? He knows how to make good songs. No, you know what I mean? They don't have a stand. They don't know the way I am. They don't have that. They're just doing what Eminem probably does on his B-sides. They don't even have his actual singles. Like, even the real Slim Shady type of deals. I don't know these guys. Like I said, put one in the comment section if you ever heard these guys, and put 0 if you ever didn't. I think with the exception of Hopsin and all those guys that I said at the beginning, I don't know these dudes. But that comedian guy was funny.
Like early 2010s Eminem, and he even dresses like Eminem. NF didn't just follow up Eminem's blueprint, he straight up just stole it. This is something that even NF has admitted.
All I listened to for like 4...
Alright, so therefore he will never be respected in the hip-hop genre because he's clearly a copycat, which we call a biter. So, no. We don't know no NFT, whatever this guy's name is.
4 years straight was Eminem, and that was it. And obviously, when that's all you listen to, it's a huge you know, he was a huge influence. You could hear it in my music too much.
So it must have stung for NF when his own hero insulted him for copying it. On Kamikaze's intro, The Ringer, M uses wordplay to take shots at NF, saying, "I just sound like everyone else in the industry, especially an recovery clone of me." M also perceivably dissed Token on the Kamikaze track, Greatest, perhaps the king of the lyrical spiritual miracle style of white rap. Another blatant Eminem clone who even goes out of his way to look like M. Token has taken M's style but subtracted the wit, creativity, and humor, and just kept the angry delivery and fast rapping. Look no further than Token's track Doozy as an example.
He's going, okay, Token, he's going to just flip it. He's going to be the token white guy. We've never heard of Token. Hey, Road to Inferno. Push one in the comment section if you ever heard of Token. Let's go.
Where he raps his disdain for most rap due to its poor quality, spits convoluted bars at a dizzying pace with nothing of substance in them, and screams his lyrics in a way that feels more annoying than powerful. Rapidly cramming bars like, "I got a pretty fan waiting in my minivan," next to each other may rhyme well, but they ring hollow, especially when they have no space to breathe. What good is a meticulously crafted lyric if you can't understand it? M also referenced all his bad imitators with the hook on Greatest, where he spits, "Woke up to honky sounding like me, never be as good, never be as good." And on his 2020 track, Unaccommodating, Slim cringes at the artists he's inspired spitting, showed them the blueprint and formula. But it seems like the more they study my music, the more they remind me of eyeballs. I'm watching my pupils get corny. Truth is, fast rapping has become such a staple of white rappers that it's probably why Jack Harlow was so popular. Jack's flow, which is typically slow, unbelievably smooth and confident, feels like a breath of fresh air. His cadence has a calm charisma to it, coming off like he doesn't need to rap 700 words in 10 seconds to prove that he's good at rapping.
I think he has a nice change of pace from the generation of white boys that we've been subjected to over and over and over, who come into the genre with an air about them, with a chip on their shoulder, because they've survived on a steady diet of Eminem and mostly Eminem, or artists who are in like that Eminem orbit. So basically they just kind of live and breathe that sound and that attitude and that style. So of course they're hopping on the mic saying like, "Yeah, you never thought a white boy could rap like this. I'm gonna change the game. We're saving hip hop here, brother."
This is also one of the reasons why the late Mac Miller is so adored and held in such beloved regard. In the 2015 Ringer article, Mac and Vince Staples discussed the topic of white rappers and voiced the distaste for white lyrical miracle rappers, and came to the conclusion that white rap is its own genre, a very bad genre. Even Lil Dicky has mocked this style of fast rapping on his That's a Joke from his FX series, Dave, where he raps fast at the beginning of the song and then stops himself and says, "What am I even doing? Why am I rapping like this? I'm such a loser. I hate when rappers try to rap fast." But if these clones weren't bad enough, they pale in comparison to Eminem's worst and final imitator, Tom MacDonald, a white rapper who cites Eminem as his hero so frequently that he made a song dedicated to Eminem titled Dear Slim.
I have never heard of Tom MacDonald.
MacDonald, who Rolling Stone refers to as a MAGA rap kingpin, has appeared on Fox News and built up a cult following that largely intersects with the alt-right for dropping songs where he mocks woke culture, the Me Too movement, and the Black Lives Matter movement, and frequently raps about how white privilege doesn't exist on tracks like White Boy, Straight White Male, and If I Was Black. Another frequent theme of Tom MacDonald's lyrics is his hatred for rap. He even has a track titled I Hate Hip Hop, a self-explanatory song where he unloads his intense disdain for mumble rap, SoundCloud rap, boom bap rap, conscious rap, emo rap, pop rap, rap that uses autotune, gangster rap, and well, basically every single type of rap except for rap songs made by angry white dudes. The song hook ends with the bar, I hate hip hop. The whole culture is their mama for some clout and a chain. The problem with Tom MacDonald is that he doesn't do the fast rapidy rap that other M clones do, but he essentially took Eminem's angry delivery and rebellious attitude towards the establishment.
Mary, you are lucky.
And while Eminem spent plenty of kamikaze airtime dissing seemingly every rapper in America, he has a continued history of proving his lifelong love for everything hip-hop, even going out of his way to wear t-shirts for classic rap albums like Master Ace's Slaughterhouse on stage, in hopes that the kids in his fan base seek these albums out to broaden their hip-hop palette.
This was called the Rapture Tour, but originally it was going to be called the Rap Shirt Tour. And I'm going to tell you why, because hopefully some of y'all might go buy their albums, might go look them up.
Which is very commendable. You know what I'm saying? And this is one thing, excuse me, which I think that separates Eminem from other, and I'm using the air quote, white rappers, is that he's a hip hop head. he respects the culture. He knows his history of the culture. I don't think his fans do know the history of the culture. Hence, that's what he was saying right here is saying that, hey, I'm wearing these T-shirts so you guys can get to know. You guys just know Eminem. You just don't know who he was influenced by. That's the thing. Let's continue.
Like a lot of you, maybe you don't know who Master Ace was or Gucci Rap, but I feel like you need to know because what they did for hip hop is so incredible because they made it go to that next level. And these are the rappers that inspired me, man.
It feels borderline impossible to imagine some of Eminem's white clones showing this much enthusiasm for old school hip hop. Former Shady Records signee Conway the Machine once expressed in a Vlad TV interview that being signed by Shady didn't attract new fans because M's fan base is filled with nerds and stans who don't like hip hop. They just like Eminem.
What was that tidal wave like when suddenly all the Eminem fans became aware of what you guys are doing?
A bunch of nerds and stans that don't understand me and don't relate to what I bring to the table in my music.
Really?
It's just like, all that, where's M? Where is Eminem? We want an M album.
So with so many new Eminem fans that don't like rap and only like Eminem, it's not a surprise that so many of the Eminem fans who were inspired by M to start rapping end up sounding just like Eminem and disliking any of their musical
And that's
pieces
the
don't
thing.
sound just
It's
like
Eminem's
So
fans.
M's love for hip-hop culture, admitting to being a guest, and using his fame to spread awareness of injustice, a lot of M's clones skipped all of these positive attributes and just interpreted M's playbook as being one page, a page that says, rap fast and be angry. Hopefully, M's legacy as one of the all-time greats can survive the monster he's accidentally created. All in all, the argument against lyrical miracle rap is that just because you're good at rapping doesn't mean you're a good rapper. Just because you're gifted at rapping fast and using big words and complex rhyme schemes doesn't mean you can make music that's enjoyable to listen to. Many of rap's greats have the ability to do fast-paced, wordy rap.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Don't mind me, I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please.
And that was Mary's video. It's, again, I wanted to do that with the guys and stuff, but they'll be back. Shout out to Mary Corman, you know what I'm saying? And that Slide Through group, man. And we out.